this is,
Dishwasher.
and this is my...
Mother.
Oh no! Yeah, and these are ants. At first I thought there were a few hundred, but later I saw tens of thousands of ants all over my house. This is one of the most stressful situations of my life. Subscribe to the channel. So this is a truly terrible situation. But stop! How did it happen? When I was filming a video in another country, you can watch this. At that time, the ants somehow got out of the anthill. And when I arrived, I saw several ants in my room. But later, I decided to lift this box. And I saw all this at 3 a.m. So I decided to do nothing and go to bed. And I hoped to forget it like a bad dream. But it was a bad idea. In the morning I felt dozens of creatures crawling on my face. And yes, it was them. This is the first day. The ants have started a plan to take over the house. In the morning, thousands of ants were running around the room. But where are they going? Oh my god, they found a cricket from somewhere, and now they are eating it. Maybe the cricket escaped from my box, but now the ants have caught up with it. Look how hungry they are. They started to right around my room like in the wild, and it is incredible. But later I noticed that some ants were sitting inside of the fog generator, and when I decided to open and look under this top lid, I saw dozens of ants, but I didn't know that this would be just the beginning of something much worse. Oh my god, what's going on here? Almost 1,000 ants decided to make a nest here. Right inside the fog generator. This is a crazy picture. Now all those ants have scattered in different directions around my house again. But the worst thing is that there were 2 queens in this colony. I can't see any of them. This means that somewhere in my room the ants have created other giant nests. I don't know where they are, but don't worry. I have a manager with whom I cooperate. This guy will help me deal with the ants that are taking over my house. Soon this spider will have a lot of new offspring from these cocoons, and all these spiders will help me regulate the ant population. He has already managed to catch some ants and wrap them in a web. But for now, one spider is not enough for me, so I decided to create a plan and make a deal with the ants. Hey, wait, I want to make a deal with you.
I'll get back to you right now. Wait me.
A few moments later.
My friend, we thought about it and decided there will be no agreement.
No agreement!
No agreement!
But I can give you plenty of syrup.
No, thank you.
A few days later, in a pack containing black clay for planting flower pots, I found hundreds of ants again. I was already starting to get nervous because there are ant nests somewhere in every corner of the room. But in 2 weeks, I still haven't found a single queen, so I decided to take this matter seriously and find everyone who escaped from the ant farm. I started a big investigation of every centimeter of my house, and when I came across this pipe, I saw that several ants regularly crawl out of it. But later, something fantastic happened. Oh, just look inside this tube. It looks like there are eggs in a real ant hill. But when I decided to touch it and move this tube into a container, then something happened that I definitely didn't expect. They appeared in the most unexpected places of my house, but the most important question, how to catch them all and gather them in one place. But it seems that luck smiled at me, because at one point I saw some giant ant. Oh my god! Oh, here's the queen! I need to catch her! So you understood everything correctly. It is an ant queen, and now it is a very important mission to quickly and carefully catch her, because if she continues to live in the open space of my room, then a real ant hill will appear under my bed, and there will be even more ants. And if I move the queen to a separate box, then the other tens of thousands of worker ants and soldiers will follow her to this place that I will put her, so I have a chance to save this giant ant colony. Only the last couple of steps remain, and the Ant Queen, the mother of all tens of thousands of ants, will be on my hand. I have a chance to save everyone from the inevitable loss of the colony. She's on my hand! I quickly put the Ant Queen in the nest from which she escaped, and now it remains to move tens of thousands of ants to her. They remained on my bedside table, while some are sitting in one corner, others are climbing in another place. But I think soon the ants will come back to the Queen. When almost a month has passed since the chaos of ants in my room, some of them gradually moved to their old nest from which they all escaped. At least half of the ant nest was already restored, and a fairly large number of larvae and eggs were in the ant hill. Later I saw that near the nest the ants had found or pulled out of the terrarium a giant cricket. I was incredibly surprised by the size of the insect that the ants were hunting, and so I decided not to close the main entrance to the ant hill yet, as I saw that the other ants were gradually returning to the old house from which they had escaped. It was one of the most difficult and fantastic months in my life. This adventure and life together with ants in one room was incredible, and I hope all the remaining worker ants I will manually collect and put in their ant hill. Stop! But I forgot about the second ant queen.